Hello, welcome to the After Show for episode 11 of Layla the Vampire Slayer, where they are again about to face down Penrose.
I
Some
we're
stuff
already
happens.
on 11.
Yeah, no, it's flown by.
I was supposed to remember that 11 was the one supported by No Late Game.
Thank you, No Late Game.
Yeah, way to go, Bentham. GG.
I'll just mention it like really often to make up for it.
Wow, I wish I had that picture graphic memory. That sure comes in handy.
That's the thing. All the stuff he did while he was a genius, he'll remember. So maybe
Yeah.
you'll get a couple of
You remember the things you've
couple
seen,
of
you don't
bonuses
remember
on his
everything.
next hacking attempt to the military. Maybe he's done it all before, you know.
Doing it before is
He remembers
different
the
from
nuclear
seeing.
codes. He doesn't
and
want to remember
remembering.
those, but he does.
Hopefully they change those periodically, right?
Yeah, they have to
totally.
change.
They're all 0, 0, 0, 0.
I imagine that they have to
Password
have like some
one.
kind of weird, like a whole bunch of things that have to happen. Maybe it's just not. It's just a button.
Yeah, one of my friends was telling me literally the other day that at work they made them change their password every month until recently, and so what they did, because everyone just got fed up, is everyone actually just had passwords of stuff like Jan 17, Feb 17, Mars.
Oh no.
And then finally the IT department went, wait, this actually is terrible because it means people just write down the passwords or have easy ones, and they stopped
We
doing
have to
it.
change
And
ours
people
all the
got them.
time. Not like
Yeah.
every month, but pretty
We
often.
have to change ours like every 6 months or something, which isn't terrible.
was a-
Yeah, that's
There was
kind
a
of
computer
fine
system-
if you go less than that though. Like the general
There
rule for
was a
passwords has
system-
changed.
There's a system I had to access at uni frequently where they change the password every few months on the request of somebody, but they didn't tell anybody. So you'd turn up like for a day and be like, I've got a person here that I'm going to do a test on, and I need to log into the thing. Oh, I can't. Fantastic. Let's guess different brain areas until we find the right one that they've
That
used.
is genius.
month.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
What did you do your undergrad in?
It was psychology, so it was a brain area each time. So it was just like, maybe it's that area, maybe it's this one.
I was gonna be like, that sounds like my undergrad. I don't even remember if we had password. I had to carry this fucking hard drive around, and like there was one computer that we could encode decode the information on that was in a completely. It wasn't even in our lab. It was the worst. So.
That feels like it was like some sort of CIA bunker nuclear code being like, yeah, you have to
It does,
decode
it
this on
was-
this computer only.
Patient information, and the program was expensive, and so we didn't have it in our lab, and so I had to like take it to the building that had it and then bring it back to the lab because
At least you didn't have to have it like locked to you.
yeah, no.
That's like our server stuff. Whenever we have games that we're like bringing other places that haven't been released, like literally there has to be someone security 24/7 on that server. It's crazy.
I thought you were saying
Good
like
time.
you'd have the whole
Football.
briefcase with like
Yeah, the
handcuffs
guy-
to your.
Yeah, pretty much you have a suitcase and it's handcuffed to you, exactly, and you have to stay awake.
The nuclear football.
I think one of the companies that I was working at when I was in Shanghai, we had like 2 people and they rotated like who was watching it because I had to have 24/7 security.
12-hour shift of watching a server.
Yep. Yeah, it's just like a bot, and it's like in a suitcase that's like got like 20 million locks on it. I don't know.
Sounds great.
Sounds like an awesome time.
I'm not sure they're doing the best job of watching the box if they're doing it for 12 hours straight. That's not.
Oh, probably not. No.
No.
Spend more time watching your phone.
Although every time you try and like use your phone, you're like got a heavy box attached to one hand. Grr.
Trying to eat your food, like, oh, damn it, I need to just move over here a bit.
Create some sort of weird, intricate system for lifting this box.
Get like tied to your ankle.
Now I'm thinking it like bringing it back to the Layla show. I'm thinking about why would Violet at the end just be like, oh, I'm just helping them or whatever. I don't know.
I think self-preservation.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what you know. As far as she knows, she's just summoned the librarian down. Like she still doesn't believe you. You can see all this in her face. Like
Okay,
she just like
Gonna
I'm just
grow the
watching her.
wings, and then she'll be like, oh, I should
Or he's
probably
just
help.
gonna, yeah, because the thing is he's either if he wants to keep up the whole librarian thing for her, then better for us.
True. Better for us, definitely.
Yeah.
Fewer wings and brain sucking.
Well,
True.
especially when Layla's around, like, he probably will have to tap into abilities to try and fight you. And if he does anything full and angelly around her, then she's in the same bubble as you in that, yeah, he needs to kill her or whatever, or drain her to make sure that he keeps his code. And then suddenly she has to fight defensively. So you've kind of got a good situation here where you've actually kind of forced her to join your side just because of proximity now.
Yeah.
And hopefully...
Just had to have a few
that
awkward
happens.
conversations about brushing
Well
teeth.
played.
and Whether
You had
what
to
spitting
teach
and
her how to
swallowing
human.
is.
It makes it incredibly likely that I won't get boils, which is perfect.
I do like that as soon as it was like Barnaby gets boils, Imogen's like, fine, that's fine, not me.
And Layla's like, okay.
Face boils, crotch boils. Those are what she
I want
wanted.
to point out, I was trying to get it in the chest region, like above the waist, so no crotch boils, and then not your like.
And
not
that's
your
why
face.
she wouldn't go for it, because she wanted face boils or crotch boils. One of the two.
Yeah, at the very least, just take face boils. You don't want crotch boils.
Or maybe,
boil
like,
and
feet
show us crotch
boils?
boil.
Like, you can cover your feet with like socks and
Really painful.
Well, I asked what boils were, and nobody told me.
because they don't want
No
you to
one told
know.
you. Wait,
It's better if you
Josh,
don't
do
know.
you know what a boil is, or does?
I know what a boil is.
Okay.
Barnaby does not know what a boil is.
Yeah, and I think that's better that we
James,
just don't
James
tell you.
actually requested you didn't go for groin boils.
I was trying to help you out after throwing you under the bus.
All right. I actually have to go.
Barnaby does still
I
have
got,
like,
I got like an hour and a half
Thank you for joining
drive.
us.
Oh
The
god,
Twitch
yeah, you've
con.
got the drive
I'm sorry,
as
I
well.
can't do longer after show. That's why I told you.
Enjoy.
I was like, we have to end it too.
I know. So we'll continue the after show for a few minutes without Maggie, but the reason that Maggie's not here is not because she's running away, because she doesn't want to do after show. She really wants to do after show. We are just very late today because we went 15 minutes more on the episode because we tried to end it with a Penrose
Bonus
cliffhanger again.
15 minutes for you guys. But I know that we usually try to do a little longer after show, so I gotta go. Bye, guys.
Bye.
It's always fun. I'm
The
excited
camera's
for
gonna
next
go
week.
crazy now.
Are we doing the Halloween episode then, or
We'll figure it out on
discuss
Discord.
it? Okay. All right.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Now all the cameras are gonna. There we go.
Yep. Teleport.
Wait. Josh,
What weirdness have we
still.
got?
Hold still.
Oh, is it a Josh E face merge?
It is a Joshy face merge.
Mm-hmm.
Good. This is just some
It's like,
pure...
we can't see what's going
No.
on.
I know, I have no
So
idea.
everyone watching the after show, take screenshots of that when you see it, and make sure you send it to all of us tagged, because I'm the only person who can see the amazing face merge. So
Yes, please.
you should spread the love.
No, please.
The one
do.
in Star Trek was good.
I mean, no, it's just like if you're trying to get the same face reactions, we're having a very Marx Brothers moment.
What are you doing with your face, EE?
I'm trying to copy your face and you're trying to copy mine. It's not working because we're both going in a loop.
Nope.
Good work.
Yeah, so we're probably still gonna die.
Yeah,
Yes.
probably.
I
Although
would
this
like.
is a pretty sweet spell.
What? Which one?
The one that I have for damage.
Oh yeah. So it's a drain. Is it like a vampiric drain kind of thing?
I guess.
Hmm.
Like conceptually, I'm like pulling people's blood out of their body to damage them. But because it's power level 4, I have to get a minimum of 4 successes times by my willpower, which is 16 damage. Which is pretty good.
Hmm.
It's better than anything else I can do.
So you're gonna Magneto prison break him.
Yeah.
And
Well,
just
if
be
I
like,
can pull it off and
and then
drama
he'll
point
just be,
it.
it'll just be a Penrose-shaped load of blood in front of Penrose.
But we
Hopefully.
need to get his blood first, right? I mean, he bruised in a previous episode, I think.
No, that's
So-
not. Yeah, that's for this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does someone's blood.
We need. Yeah.
So
It's gonna be
Probably
hopefully
do that.
someone can like cut him enough. He's got enough paper. Telekinesis paper cut. I just throw a bunch of paper at his face, and one of them's got to give him a paper cut.
Oh,
We
Does he
we
control
have
books
a
or just
Slayer
ink?
wielding an iron knife.
I
and
throw paper at his face.
a golem, so they should surely draw blood.
Yeah. So anyway, get me some of his blood, and then I'll throw a drama point at that.
And I'm going to be hammering him with stakes. The thing is, should I
Did
start
you
with
just do the
normal
math on
stakes?
how much that would be?
That's the only bit of that that's not like a normal rules thing is that I increased the difficulty level by 1 so that you could do it continually after turn to give it a different mechanic. The base damage and stuff is completely like normal game rules, and they are just crazy strong for damaging powers, which is why I don't want you having too many damaging powers.
I don't want too many of them,
Because
but I
they are
did want
crazy
one.
good. Yeah.
A creepy
That's fair.
one.
It's a great one. The fact that it lasts is the other part. So because I roll 11 right now for spellcasting. If I spend a drama point, that's 6 successes. Without
Plus
rolling.
a dice, say like that's a 5 average. 26. 26 is
26 is 7
7 successes,
at
mind-boggling. It's 7 or 8 on average. So call it 7. You do 7 times 4,
It's 28.
and then the next turn you do 4 times 6, 4 times 5, 4 times 3, 2.
Assuming he doesn't wreck me before
it
that.
fades out after 4 because its power level isn't high enough to sustain.
Okay.
But yeah,
that's what I figured. Once it drops to power level 4, once it's at 3. Yeah.
Effectively, it counts as being recast, but with a power level lower. And you can sustain it over and over and over again. And then as soon as it gets there, it doesn't like miscast; it just fades. And the great thing is you can also use multi-actions on your turn and do other stuff. But if you're doing multi-action, it will reduce the power prematurely.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So anyway, if I could get some of his blood, we can deal a solid amount of damage to him.
I'm going to be firing a million stakes at him, so that'll help as well. But I don't know whether I should start by using wooden stakes or the sky iron ones, because they only have so many sky iron ones.
Probably
Yeah,
I don't know whether
I would wait.
because they like I don't know whether it's just that they need to deal the killing blow, or if they do more damage anyway.
That is true, because often, I mean, judging by other systems, like things that have immunity, like normally that just like cuts off a specific amount of the damage unless it's the other thing. Or like if you have resistance in some systems, it like halves the damage, right? So it might just be that
Both things exist in Buffy, because there are some resistances which half damage, there are resistances which have extra armor versus things.
Yeah.
So I'll probably start with wooden ones till it looks like he's on the ropes. And then
you can
switch
always do one regular one and see what it does, right? Like use one of the sky iron and that still gives you 4.
Yeah, if I need to set up the clips of the magazines, or I don't know what they're called, before we start the fight, then I might do one that starts with 2 wooden ones and then is 3 sky iron ones. And then
bear in mind it takes you 2 actions to change a magazine, because it's 1 action to remove, another action to put in.
That's why I'm having one that is a mix of the 2. So I start with wood and then I switch to iron and we see how that goes. And then if that fails, I can switch to my other clip, which will also have split between iron and wood, and I can choose which way around to put it in.
No, it's not upside down.
I don't think you can. I think it has to be loaded already.
I imagined that it was just like a bunch of stakes stuck together with something.
Most of the weight of your reload is battery. We did the maths on this the other week. Your thing weighs a lot. Like, we calculated that your clip would weigh about 3, your magazine would weigh about 4 kilos, about 3 of which was battery. Now, assuming that you've got crazy high-level magic that can even get a crazy high energy density as well, you're still looking at minimum of 1 kilo per magazine. Like, that's...
Well, now I can hook it into my suit and put a power source in that. But I haven't set that up.
You need so much power source? Like, railguns, so
It's
much...
fine, I'll just add an arc reactor to the list.
That's kind of the Game Boy going...
I like that for me and Bentham, it's basically just this list of like, okay, here's things I want.
The shopping list characters,
The only time I've spent XP on actually gaining any sort of stat is gaining more super science so I could build more stuff.
Question about leveling. Did you decide to change attributes at all, or is that still going to be the same? Just so I know how long to save up.
What do you mean?
Were you going to change the cost of leveling attributes? Or were you gonna keep those the same?
They are new level times 5, aren't they?
Currently, yeah.
So how
Minimum
much would
15.
What are you thinking about buying?
I want to get another point in willpower, which should be a lot because I'm moving up to 5.
That should be 25. Yeah,
Which
I think
I'm at 19 right now, so I'll just save.
I think for the purpose of this, guessing that, you know, dex and willpower and stuff are very important for, you know, Yor and Layla, etc. I'll probably just leave it as default for now, because it's so powerful.
I mean, I was like, oh, I could spend more money on something else. And I'm like, no, I would like to stave off this magic addiction for a little bit longer. 5 willpower would be really helpful for that.
I mean, not only that, but it also adds to all of your spellcasting rolls.
And also all my influence rolls. It is the most important stat for her. So I'm fine spending 25 experience on it. I was like, I have 19 right now, so...
You are actually just a one attribute person. Like, even Layla needs strength and dex, and to a extent she uses willpower for influencing. Robert uses intelligence to build stuff, but then uses other stuff to fight with it.
I sometimes do need other things.
Yeah.
Like, I use
barely earns 25 experience.
And perception. Like, those 3 I use fairly regularly. I'm just more average at them, but to do the thing that I am good at, it is willpower, because it's either manipulating people or casting a spell. That being said, though, attacking with magic is perception and a skill. Like, throwing a stake at someone is not actually...
Attacking with telekinesis, yeah.
Yeah, attacking with telekinesis. It's magic.
Don't worry, you've got a new magic
experience earned so far is 33. So you've been saving up for, like, most of the game.
I've spent 11. Is that right? Yeah, because I missed a couple of sessions, so I shouldn't have as much. I've spent 11, and I spent that on getting medieval and another point of influence.
I still have no getting medieval. I'm just relying on all the different stuff I'm building to help me through the fights.
XP today is 2, because there wasn't any things achieved or whatever, but you're getting close.
Can we earn 4 XP next session?
If you fight Pennymoo and you kill Pennymoo, that will be a lot of XP.
Hey, let's do it, guys, because I need to get the willpower.
Let's bust that mob. I would like to say...
For simplicity, EE, do you want me to track how many spells at or above my power level I am casting?
Yeah, that'd be grand.
Okay. Because below that, I will not worry about it, but like at or above, I only have the 3 now.
So you've cast 1 today, which was the empowered thingamabob, brainy thing.
Technically, that's a power level 2 spell, which you said I could only boost up to 1 anyway, so that would have been power level 3.
Oh, and your sorcery's 4?
My willpower is 4.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry. Willpower is 4, so yeah, that's fine. In which case, yeah, you're good.
But I will keep track of those.
Yeah.
It's the reason why I want to bump my willpower up, so none of my spells are above that level.
I mean, this is a power level 4, yeah. That's fair. I mean, the soul restoring spell will be.
Yeah, no, but like, there are some spells that are going to be used for narrative purposes that I imagine I hopefully won't be doing more than one of those a month.
Or more than 10, because you need to, yeah.
I don't think I'm going to restore 10 vampire souls in a month.
I'll be
you could have like a nice...
You get a soul,
like,
and
Vampires
you get
Anonymous.
I'll be straight with you, like, the magic addiction stuff is actually kind of hard to get as soon as you become a decent mage. Like, the rulebook makes it sound like they're for tough mages. They're actually just for, like, really wimpy mages.
It's also really hard to get rid of, and it's really weird because you basically have to cast a spell every other day, and then once a week you have to cast a spell above a certain above your willpower power level. So like, you really can't shake the addiction unless you want to basically be like a junkie who's just got off of meth. It's 3 weeks, and then you get to roll, and I think you have to do that like 5 times. It's a long time.
Yeah, like honestly, I'd rewrite the entire system so that you can come off it. And if you come off it to cold turkey, it's easier.
Yeah.
In terms of time, but harder in terms of rolls. Or if you come on it long term, you would keep having to roll, etc. But there's more chance of backsliding. Like, I just rewrite that so it's a test based on how long you haven't done a spell and how many spells you have done. Be easier.
Well, I think it also depends because a lot of people may just get good at magic by dumping a bunch into occultism and sorcery. Because it costs so much to raise up your willpower, which means you could have like a willpower of 3 and be casting a bunch of high level spells, and then you're almost guaranteed to get addicted.
That's true. That makes sense.
Because it costs a lot more to raise up your willpower. Like, I'm choosing to save for that. I could boost my occultism, I think, twice.
Yeah, so magic addiction is for people who lack willpower but are doing all this extra magic research. So it
to be
does
fair,
make sense.
if you want to boost your occultism twice, that'll really help with identifying things.
Yeah, no, if I wanted to go up to, I actually can't improve it twice because 6 is the human maximum.
Not for skills. I'm pretty certain skills can go above 6.
Okay.
I think attributes are limited, but skills can go crazy high.
Okay, because in which case, for me to boost occultism twice, that would be 1 to 6 would be 12, and then another 1 to 7 would be 14. So it would actually cost me 26 points of experience instead of 25. But I'm gonna take the willpower.
Fair enough.
Because it's a broader payoff for Imogen. But yeah, so I think that's how people get addicted. Because they put it in occultism rather than willpower.
It kind of makes sense, right?
A smart way. She's learning by like meditating and stuff. I don't know.
I'm a very Zen witch.
Rather than just reading infinite books and trying every spell she finds.
I have to center
She only does that a bit.
first.
You can have to center yourself before you pull out the center of the other person.
I mean, I guess if I got this spell up enough, I just rip their heart out, right?
Kalima.
That's your second Indiana Jones reference.
Yeah, your next spell needs a crystal skull to make.
Quick, I gotta go get some tequila.
It's okay, there's like 20 of them.
Maybe it's vodka. I don't remember which one comes in the skull.
You are also completely
Oh,
immune to all spells while you're in a fridge.
That's vodka. It's Crystal Head by that guitarist guy.
I don't know, but it comes in a skull.
Yeah.
Did you say I'm immune to all spells when I'm in a fridge?
I'm referencing something that never should have happened.
Lead lined means it's immune to everything.
I was just wondering if you were planning on
I should
fridging
build
Imogen.
I
Oh,
would
dear.
like to, because we didn't have time, just say before the fight, Barnaby probably would have turned into a demon.
Okay, that's cool.
Also, I would have set up the instructions with the golem.
Oh, what instructions did you give it?
Have I worked out that it'd be able to identify the angel on sight and know that it was
You don't know.
it and not be fooled?
You know it can identify us, so you could always tell it to defend us.
Yeah, it knew who Layla was.
Yeah.
And I don't think it had particularly been told
It
who
had been
Layla
told.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we like referred to her as Layla. So like if we just go
Okay, so
kill
I could just be
Pennymoon.
like-
If you tell
yeah.
it to kill a fallen angel, it will just sit there until a fallen angel becomes obviously a fallen angel, at which point it would kill a fallen angel.
Kill the fallen angel who is kill the fallen. I
Kill
could probably
Pennymoon.
kill the fallen angel. He may disguise himself as a librarian, because the instructions that were given that nearly got us killed were kill followers of Tom Hewell. They can be killed using stabs to the heart or whatever it was. So I'm guessing you can give it identifying facts or that sort of thing.
Kill fallen angel or librarian.
No.
Okay.
No, it was kill the fallen angel, and then the extra bit of information I was going to add is he may disguise himself as.
You're using may
librarian.
though, and that's not a black or white term.
You could just say kill the fallen angel Pennymoo, and then we identify and point and shout.
Yeah.
That's the fallen angel Pennymoo.
Okay. Have you put this message already in its mouth, and have you done the slidey slotty thing?
We'll
We
probably
should not be using this golem. We are so gonna kill ourselves with it.
also writing it in pencil before you pull out on me. I guess we activate it as he arrives.
No,
Layla
you
can be
chose
set
to
on
be.
its
You 50
back.
meters away from it.
Mm.
We're gonna die, me and Violet.
Have I had no, I haven't had time to set up my fancy system of automatically putting in messages and removing the paddle. One of us will be over there doing the thing. James, that'll be James's job. Wait, is he
No,
still
don't
smart?
you dare get
Not still
James
smart,
into
is he?
this.
Has the
James
spell worn out?
could
Is
be
he dumb
smart
again?
now. Actually, today could be included in one of the smart days.
He doesn't have to get involved in the fight. He just has to put in the thing, remove paddle, and then run away. With the paddle.
Everyone would riot if you got him killed.
He's going to be 50 meters away, running in the opposite direction.
I've already cast a spell today, and clearly if James is smart, it is not past the number of hours for power levels. Means I'm at a -2. It's fine.
You could have James stupid right now if you want, because you could have chosen when to...
No, I accepted that knowing there was a very high chance that she would cast that spell and then need to cast another one within the same time.
Okay. In which case, I will make my notes. James is smart. And here's a paddle.
You done?
Oh, you didn't fix the paddle, did you?
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
We never
I
rolled
did.
for it, but he did say he wanted to.
Yeah, you
need
said you
rolling
wanted to,
for
and
it?
when we got round to you and asked if there's anything you want to do, you didn't say about the paddle.
It was on my list.
Give me a roll now. Just give me a roll.
We're all rolling our eyes.
What
It'll
is-
be
what's the
mentioned
roll,
in the
is it?
beginning of the next show, but give me a roll. It'll be a Mr. Fix It plus intelligence.
All right,
Nice.
16.
Including your photographic memory, you think you've got it right.
Okay. I will test it before we do the fight.
Okay, roll me 2d10.
All right.
Side note, while he's doing that, you know what I really want us to do? I want us to play these characters and play Monster Hearts with them.
I have
19. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Monster Party one, right?
Monster Hearts is an RPG system. I think it's based off Apocalypse World, but you're basically all mythical creatures in a high school setting, and your entire goal is to have your sex move happen, which is basically your goal is to have sex with other characters because you're all horny teenagers. But like it looks. I really want to play.
Wait, we aren't playing that already?
I know. But yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, Robert goes fine.
As far as I know.
It does seem to work.
That's what you always want to hear. So anyway, we should do that at some point as a special.
Like that, eh?
Oh, God. Do you have your sex move happen with the other PCs or NPCs?
Other PCs.
Other PCs, okay.
It's a game about the messy lives of teenage monsters, and it's based off of Apocalypse World.
That's the 2d6 one, right?
I think so. I've never actually played Apocalypse World, so I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, you have a special collection of special moves.
Is it by Adam Coble?
No,
What?
he's run it. It's by Avery Alder McDeldno.
James is smart and has the fixed paddle. That is now in my notes.
Here.
Should be all right, right?
Will we? Will we?
If I lose any more intelligence, I will be so...
It
Well-
is known for handling of sexuality and queer content. I mean, I'm pretty sure we've already done that.
Everyone's gay.
Everyone's Gay, the musical. That's a musical episode title.
I guess it's more like everyone's LGBTQ+.
True.
Everyone's a teenager and therefore they don't know yet.
Everyone is very confused
Yeah.
about everything.
But equally valid.
Their confusion is valid. No, whatever they want to be is valid, but they probably are still confused.
Work on being less confused. Takes time. It's fine.
The chosen, the fae, the ghost, the ghoul, the infernal, the mortal, the queen, the vampire, the werewolf, and the witch. I don't see demon on there.
Was one of them the mortal, or did you say immortal?
Yeah, the mortal.
The mortal.
Is that just a random token human?
You would be the infernal.
You're the token human in the high school. Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, so now that I've devolved all of you into looking at how to play Monster Hearts, you're welcome.
Okay, so back to Buffy. Who do you think Violet's going to get with? Because apparently we're just shipping all the NPCs that you talk to.
I don't know. Does Violet want to get with anyone? That's the true question. What is her final goal?
While NPCs have some agency, a lot of their agency is based around the player characters, and they have to be compatible. But beyond that, who do you think Violet would be compatible with, and who do you think would get with Violet?
Layla.
Seems like that's where it's headed.
There's a spark of mostly of trying to teach.
Yeah, there's a little bit of like a sisterly thing going on there. It's like let me teach you. Imogen has no concept, as far as she's concerned. No one is actually ever going to be attracted to her.
Oh,
that's her thing. That's why she is so confused by Barnaby.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed that, because I was like, well, Barnaby would not even begin to imply that he had a crush on anyone, let alone the person stood right in front of him.
I just
like,
want to
she
throw
will
you an
use it
NPC.
to manipulate people, but as far as she's concerned, the only time someone would tell them that they like her is because it's a joke.
Now I want to throw you an NPC who actually likes you. Damn it. I need more NPCs. I've got too many already. I've only got 2 in a combat. Along with the boss.
Welcome.
And the golem. God damn it, there's 4 NPCs in this combat.
Hey, we could have gone further. We could have got troll jerseys.
And one of us could run him.
Could have got troll jerseys. We could have got Dr. Feelgood.
And then, like, we can pass it over back to you, like, when inevitably it stops working for us. But if you need less cognitive burden, we can help.
It's fine. The golem's pretty easy anyway, because it just hits things and it's got 1 score, because GM things. I think that Buffy does that easily. If it was a different system, if it was Shadowrun, 4 people is like fairly normal, but it is so much more burden than Buffy. Whereas Buffy, because the GM stat includes a +6, which is the average D10 roll, and then it's just like, this is the thing every time. Just make them roll against it. It's so much easier.
That is nice.
Like, I was dubious to begin with, but it actually works really, really well.
I mean, I think you can always give it modifiers based on situational effects.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely got situation modifiers on there. But it's pretty damn useful.
I mean, it's similar to like a static AC in a lot of systems, so.
Yeah. Rather than an opposed rolls throw thing, it's just static and opposed. So. Anyway.
There's a lot more random things we could have called on to help with the fight, but it would have got maybe a bit crazy.
What else?
We could have had everyone in demon jerseys, the whole football team. Go nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Troll jersey.
Oh, we could have given around somewhere.
Yeah, I could have given Bobbert a troll jersey. James and Bobbert in troll jerseys.
James would have been the best one.
The power suit wouldn't work. I want to be Iron Man.
Yeah. The power suit technically would still work. There's nothing that says you can't be a troll inside the power suit. If you change form grossly, you would break it. You could wear it for the. You could wear it for the base buff. You couldn't wear it for the period where it turns into a troll afterwards.
Yeah, as soon as that was what I was thinking of. Like, I feel like I haven't built it well enough that it could expand to fit a giant.
Nope.
Probably not. No.
You could wear it for the first part where you get the buff.
We should have done more research on like beings that hate fallen angels, and then just been like, "Oh, Drox demons hate them. Let's just open a portal." And have them turn up like,
should
"What's
definitely
going on?"
do
And
research. And then you should definitely open a portal. That sounds great. Please do those tests.
I know how we could have dealt with this. Open the Hellmouth.
That's also another way.
Something that comes out will kill him.
Fallen angels and demons can't get along. So
next week,
time we all
a
die.
Slayer, a witch, a demon, an Iron Man, Golem, An
A rugby
ex-demon
lad.
and a rugby lad face off against a fallen angel. This is possibly the most ridiculous description of a fight that I've ever run.
You're welcome.
Friday nights in Glasgow.
Okay. Thank you very much for watching the after show. Hopefully you enjoyed it and its craziness. And we'll see you next week.